Welcome to Baby Boomer Tales. My name is Jim. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so here we are at our 200th episode. 52 episodes a year. We are closing in on 4 years now. What a ride. At least for me. A group of turkeys are called a rafter, or a gaggle, or a flock. Young males are called jakes, young females jennies. Mature males are called toms, mature females are called hens. The slang meaning of turkey is a dud, a loser, naive, stupid, or an inept person. Hold on. Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird instead of the symbol of this great country, the bald eagle. He didn't really push for it, but he expressed his opinion about that. Now for the unusual fact of the week. TV dinners are a Thanksgiving leftover invention. Well, not really. Sort of. In 1953, an overzealous Swanson employee overestimated the number of frozen turkeys the company should order for Thanksgiving. So the Swanson Company was left with 260 tons of excess turkey after the holiday. Rather than financially eat the loss, that'd be a lot of turkey to try to have all your employees to eat, you know what I mean? There's a salesman named Jerry Thomas, and he came up with this brilliant idea. Genius in his own mind. That idea was to create pre-made turkey dinners served as reheatable individual trays, just like the airlines were doing back in the 50s. By the end of 1954, Swanson had sold 10 million frozen turkey meals, and the TV dinner industry was born. Now for the Song of the Week. Our Song of the Week this week is Give Thanks by Henry Smith. It is written and very first recorded in 1978. Smith, he was struggling to find steady work despite having just earned his college degree. When he says in the song, "The poor are rich," that's an echo from his difficulty in finding work. His eyesight was also failing because of a degenerative condition that would eventually leave him legally blind. This is certainly a weakness that he expressed in the song as his eyesight faded. Some people recorded the song on a cassette in a church Henry attended. They took it home to Germany and it started to become popular there. This song of Thanksgiving resounds still in Henry Smith's hometown, in Germany, and around the globe today. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, "I am strong." Let the poor say, "I am rich," because of what He has done for us. Give thanks. Turkey is a country occupying Asia Minor. A theatrical failure is called a turkey. If you bowl 3 strikes in a row, you've just earned yourself a turkey. That's what it's called, a turkey. They don't give you a turkey. Well, it depends on the bowling alley, probably. If you talk turkey, you talk bluntly. Where I was born and raised, up there in the little town in the Colorado Rocky Mountains, up there in God's country, we used to call tourists turkeys. I affectionately refer to a couple of grandchildren as turkey butt. I think I've even called my wife that, with no disrespect whatsoever. It's a term of affection. I have no idea where I came up with that term. The French word for turkey is dinde. I know I'm French, but I'm not blessed with the French accent, so bear with me. How about Spanish? I'm Spanish too. Pavo. Italian. Of course I'm Italian. Word for turkey in Italian? Tacchino. Turkeys are native to North America. The expression talk turkey was first recorded in 1824, and it means to speak openly and frankly. The word thigh and breast were not words to use at the dinner table in the 18th and 19th century. So people would say, please pass the dark meat. Please pass the white meat. Now, leg falls into this also, and you just didn't want to talk about somebody's leg at the dinner table back then, back in the day before you and me, back in the 18th and 19th century. That's the 1700s and the 1800s. Remember that. So the term for a turkey leg and also a chicken leg, the term drumstick came to be. They look nothing like a drumstick. Pass me a drumstick. You can buy those turkey drumsticks at county fairs, amusement parks, Renaissance festivals, things like that. You can cook it in the oven. You can cook a turkey on a slow cooker, an Instapot, an air fryer, or a convection oven. You can braise it, roast it, grill it, fry it, boil it, barbecue it, and smoke it. Whew! I like smoked turkey breasts. You ever had that? That's good stuff. Only male turkeys gobble. Wild turkeys can fly. I've read where they can fly up to a mile. We have a lot of wild turkeys around here. This is amazing because not that many years ago, the wild turkey was almost an endangered species. They've really made a comeback. Wild turkeys sleep in trees. Turkeys can see better than humans. Here's one for you. 46 million turkeys are killed each year for Thanksgiving. Killed's kind of a strong word. What about sacrifice? Thank you for your sacrifice, turkeys. I said that the wild turkey was almost extinct not that many years ago. Well, in 2017, they estimated 7 million wild turkeys roamed the United States. So they did make a comeback. The comeback bird right there. Good for you, turkeys. Wild turkey bourbon is named such because it was originally distilled on Wild Turkey Hill in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Wild turkeys can run up to, well, I had two different studies that I read. One said 12 miles an hour, one said 25. 25, they're cooking. I know they can really get it going. If you walk outside and they just happen to be out in the backyard or something here where I live, there's a lot of game around here. It's pretty wild around here. Those turkeys will take off running. They'll only fly if their life depends on it. But they can really truck down a hay meadow, I'll tell you that right now. Even though the male gobbles, gobble, 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 the female purrs. I don't know if she purrs like a cat or what, but she purrs. It must be something like that. An adult turkey has around 5,000 to 6,000 feathers. And here's one for you. Here's a fact that you just won't find just any place. Just got to come to Baby Boomer Tales podcast to find a fact like this. Tom turkeys, the male turkeys, have more warts than hens. More warts! When I was a kid, I loved Thanksgiving dinner. I've talked about going down to my grandma and grandpa's house in the little town I was raised in. All my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my grandparents, and me and my brothers and my sister and my mom and my dad. We congregate there and have a wonderful meal. I loved it when I got old enough, I thought, to start sitting in the kitchen instead of the little kids' table out kind of in the living room. There are so many of us, the dinner table in the dining room was filled up with aunts and uncles and maybe a baby high chair. There were a lot of babies back then. My cousins are all younger than me, so there were a lot of babies. So that's okay. But we would have turkey and dressing, of course. We would have mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes, of course. Those sweet potatoes, or yams, they might call it, had melted marshmallows on them. As far as I cared, the marshmallows was the only good part of those yams. sweet potatoes. I didn't like them. I still don't like them today. My wife likes French fries that are made out of sweet potatoes. That just almost sounds... I do not know why they even call a sweet potato. I haven't eaten them since I was a kid, so maybe I should give them another try. But as I remember, they were not sweet. They were not good. They were orange and not, tan or whatever a potato is. White, whatever. Mashed potatoes are kind of white, I guess. Anyway, you have cranberries, that jelly stuff. They open a can and kind of let it glop out of the can onto some kind of a special plate, and they put it there and nobody eats it. Every year, nobody eats it. Now, there are cranberries that have still lumpy cranberries in them. That if you're going to eat cranberries, you might as well be that and not that gelatin stuff. My opinion there again, I don't care. Maybe you like it. More power to you. Power to the cranberry eaters. Unite. We'd have green bean casserole. Now, green bean casserole is the only way in the world I will eat a green bean that is from the can. And the only vegetable I'll eat besides canned corn is if it's green bean casserole. If you open a can of green beans, try to give me green beans in a can, I just won't eat it. I'm sorry. I'm not a picky eater either, except maybe on my vegetables. I do like vegetables that are fresh or frozen. They're just fine. They're more than fine. I actually like them. Not as much as meat, not as much as bread, but they're good. I like them. Not as much as fruit. I like canned fruit. I like fresh fruit. But I don't like canned peas, especially. Canned spinach, we've talked about that. That is one nasty thing to try and can. It turns slimy or something. It's just awful. It really is. Anyway, what else do we have? Dinner rolls. Yummy. Those, I think they're called yeast rolls, maybe. Dinner rolls. They're great. Pumpkin pie afterwards. Maybe all of my aunts would, some of them would bring other kinds of pie also. But pumpkin pie with real whipped cream. Not the store-bought brand, not even the one that they shoot out of a can, aerosol can. And not that stuff that's imitation. I am pretty picky. I don't know. This being picky is coming from a guy that used to like to eat at McDonald's. I guess I still would if I wasn't so conscious about my weight. I told you I lost over 40 pounds. Keeping it off is a trick. Losing it, really, I've done it so many times in my life, lose 30 or 40 pounds, that losing it's not a huge deal for me. It's keeping it off. Well, I've kept it off. I've been at about this weight now for, 8 months, something like that. Pretty good for me. Used to be I'd lose the weight, then go down to McDonald's and have a quarter pounder with cheese, some French fries, whatever. So I haven't eaten at McDonald's in quite a while, quite a spell. I'd rather be fat and happy than skinny and miserable. But being skinny and happy is the best of both worlds, I do believe. It's a wonderful thing to be able to spend Thanksgiving, to give thanks for all that you're grateful for with people you love. When I talk about family, I do want to clarify one thing. Family are those you love. They do not have to be directly related to you. So if you find that family is maybe a thing of the past, or they live so far away and they're not coming this year, or whatever, just give thanks with a grateful heart. Find a friend, or go to a place serving Thanksgiving dinner. I talked about doing that at Cracker Barrel before. Maybe there'll be somebody there that you can sit with and be with for a while. I just want you to remember one thing before I skedaddle. You're never alone when the Lord God Almighty is in your life. Always be kind. Be kind in the good times and be kind in the hard times. That shows your character more than your money and more than your words and more than your desire. Have a very nice Thanksgiving. I'll be back next Wednesday. I can't believe we've done 200 episodes now. Amazing. Peace out.